Every third night, you wake up in darkness, reaching for the bathroom door. By morning, you've lost 2 precious hours of sleep, and nobody told you that what you eat 5 hours earlier is the real culprit. Most people think nighttime bathroom trips are just part of getting older. But here's the truth. Your body isn't betraying you. You're simply sending it confusing signals through the foods you choose. Once you understand this connection, everything changes. Let's build a healthy community here. Comment your age and where you're watching from. I want to see how many people are serious about improving their health. You probably go through your evening like this. Dinner at 6, a glass of water or tea at 8, maybe a little snack while watching your favorite show. By 10 o'clock, you're ready for bed. Then, around 2 in the morning, your eyes snap open. You shuffle to the bathroom in the dark, half asleep, and spend the next 20 minutes trying to fall back into that deep, restful sleep you had before. Sound familiar? You're not alone. Millions of people experience this exact pattern every single night. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through something I call the nighttime bladder connection. It's not complicated, and it doesn't require you to memorize anything difficult. What we're going to explore together is simply how certain foods can tell your body to hold on to fluids more gently, how they can reduce inflammation that might be interrupting your sleep, and how they can support the systems in your body that manage nighttime hydration. By the end of this conversation, you'll have 5 specific foods to work with, and more importantly, you'll understand why each one makes a real difference. Here's what you're going to have by the time we finish. A clear, simple list of 5 foods that you can start using tomorrow. You'll understand exactly when and how to eat them. You'll know the science behind why they work, not in complicated medical terms, but in ways that make sense to your daily life. Most importantly, you'll have the confidence that comes from knowing you're taking real, effective action. Many of the people I've worked with start seeing improvements within just 3 to 5 days. Some notice changes even sooner. This isn't a diet. It's not a restriction. It's simply a way of working with your body instead of against it. Let me start by explaining what actually happens in your body during the night. Your kidneys are working 24 hours a day, but they have a natural rhythm. During the day, they process fluids more actively. At night, they're supposed to slow down. This slowdown is supposed to give you uninterrupted sleep. But certain foods and drinks can disrupt this natural rhythm, sending signals to your kidneys that say, keep processing, keep moving. When that happens, your bladder fills more quickly than it should, and you wake up. Now, there's also something else happening that most people don't realize. Many foods create mild inflammation in your digestive system. This inflammation can affect how your body manages fluids throughout your evening. Your bladder becomes more irritable and sensitive, even when it's not completely full. It's almost like your bladder is trying to wake you up for a reason that isn't really there. Think of it like a smoke detector that's too sensitive. It goes off when you're just making toast, even though there's no real fire. Here's the encouraging part. Your body is incredibly responsive to changes. Within just a few days of eating the right foods, your kidneys and bladder calm down. Your natural nighttime rhythm starts working again, almost like you've reset an internal clock that had been running too fast. The 5 foods I'm about to share with you work in different ways. Some of them reduce that inflammation I mentioned. Others help your body hold on to fluids more efficiently without making you feel thirsty or uncomfortable. Some improve your overall sleep quality, which sounds unrelated, but it's not. When you sleep more deeply, you're less likely to notice the urge to get up. Together, these 5 foods work like a team supporting each other. The first of these foods is something that might surprise you. It's the pomegranate. Now, I know what you might be thinking. That's an exotic fruit, and it seems complicated. But here's why it matters. Pomegranates contain compounds that reduce inflammation throughout your entire urinary system. When you eat the seeds, just a small handful, which is about 1 tablespoon, you're providing your body with natural anti-inflammatory support. The best part is timing. You want to eat these seeds about 4 hours before bed. So if you go to bed at 10, you'd have them around 6 in the evening. This gives your body time to process the nutrients without the fruit itself being a fluid load right before sleep. I want to pause here because this is important. We're not talking about drinking pomegranate juice. Juice contains a lot of liquid and natural sugars that can actually make the problem worse. We're talking about the seeds themselves, the actual fruit. Just a small amount. This is the key distinction that most people miss. The second food is pumpkin seeds. I don't mean the sugary snacks you find at the store during autumn. I mean raw or lightly roasted pumpkin seeds, the kind you can buy in the nuts and seeds section. These seeds contain something called cucurbitacins, which research has shown can support bladder health. They also contain magnesium, and magnesium is one of the most calming minerals for your nervous system. When your nervous system is calm, your whole body is more relaxed at night, including your bladder. You want about 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds, eaten in the afternoon, around 4 or 5 o'clock. By the time you go to bed, these seeds have already delivered their benefits. Now, I want to be clear about something. These seeds are going to add a little bit of nutrition to your diet, but they're not going to make you feel full or heavy. They're small, they're easy to eat, and they become almost invisible in your daily routine. Can you picture yourself reaching for a small handful of pumpkin seeds tomorrow afternoon instead of reaching for a snack you're not sure about? It's that simple. The third food is asparagus, specifically cooked asparagus, eaten earlier in your day, around lunchtime. Asparagus contains a compound called asparagine, which acts as a natural diuretic. But here's the thing, and this is crucial. It works during the day when you're active and upright. It helps your body process any excess fluids while you're moving around. By evening, this work is already done, so there's nothing pushing your kidneys to work overtime at night. You want just a small portion, about 1/4 cup to 1/3 of a cup. It's not a lot, but it's enough to give you the benefit. What's remarkable about asparagus is how quickly people notice the difference. Because it helps your body clear excess fluids during the day, you're already starting your evening in a better place. Your system is more balanced. The fourth food is something you probably already have in your kitchen: the blueberry. Blueberries are rich in antioxidants and compounds that support the lining of your urinary tract. They reduce irritation, which means your bladder is less likely to send false alarms. You want to eat these early in the day, with breakfast or as a mid-morning snack. About 1/2 cup is perfect. Fresh blueberries are ideal, but frozen ones work just as well. What matters is that you eat them several hours before bedtime, so your body has time to process them and they're not sitting in your stomach as fluid when you're trying to sleep. Now, the fifth and final food is something I find people respond to most quickly: the leaf. Not just any leaf, but specifically the cucumber leaf, which you're going to prepare as a simple tea. You might not have thought of cucumber leaves before, but traditional medicine has used them for centuries to support urinary and kidney health. What modern research has confirmed is that these leaves contain compounds that calm bladder irritability and support your kidney's natural nighttime rhythm. Here's how you prepare this. Take 1 fresh cucumber leaf, just 1, and place it in a cup of warm water about 2 hours before bed. You can drink it warm like a tea, or let it cool and drink it at room temperature. The leaf will infuse the water with its beneficial compounds. You're not making something strong or medicinal tasting. It's subtle, gentle, and easy. One of the most beautiful things about using the cucumber leaf is how it connects you to what your body actually needs. It's not a supplement or a pill. It's a whole plant, prepared simply, doing exactly what nature designed it to do. Now, let me tie all of this together for you in a way that makes sense in your actual life. These 5 foods work because they address 3 main issues that contribute to nighttime bathroom visits. First, they reduce inflammation in your urinary system. Second, they help your body manage fluids more efficiently during the day, so you're not carrying an excess load into your evening. Third, they support your nervous system's natural relaxation response, which helps you sleep more deeply and be less easily awakened by minor sensations. The beauty of this approach is that you're not trying to do everything at once. You're not making massive changes. You're simply adding these foods into the meals and times you're already eating. The pomegranate seeds and pumpkin seeds become a simple snack. The asparagus becomes a vegetable side dish at lunch. The blueberries become part of your breakfast. The cucumber leaf tea becomes a gentle ritual before bed. Within 3 to 5 days of doing this consistently, most people notice that they're waking up less frequently. Within a week or 2, many people report sleeping through the entire night without a single bathroom visit. And as weeks go on, you're essentially resetting your body's natural rhythm. Your nighttime system remembers how to work properly again. I want you to think about this. What would it feel like to wake up naturally in the morning, naturally refreshed, without ever having gotten out of bed during the night? That's not a fantasy. That's what becomes normal for you. There's one more thing I want to address because I know you might be wondering, what about the water I drink in the evening? Do I have to cut back? The answer is no, not really. The issue isn't water itself. The issue is doing the right preparation through the day so that your body can handle whatever water you drink in the evening without it turning into a problem. When you're eating these 5 foods at the right times, you can absolutely have your evening cup of tea or water without it triggering multiple bathroom visits. I also want to address something else. You might be thinking, what if I can't find fresh pomegranate or fresh cucumber leaves? The answer is that you can absolutely work with what's available to you. If fresh pomegranate seeds aren't in season, you can buy them frozen or even buy the frozen arils separately. For cucumber leaves, if you have access to a farmer's market or if you know someone who grows cucumbers, that's ideal. But you can also grow a single cucumber plant on a sunny windowsill or in a small pot outside. One plant gives you plenty of leaves. What I want you to feel right now is not pressure, but possibility. These are foods that are actually enjoyable. They're not medicine you have to choke down. They're real food that tastes good and that your body genuinely benefits from. Let me also be honest about something. This isn't magic. Some people notice changes within 2 or 3 days. Others take a week or 2. A small number of people might take 3 to 4 weeks to see significant improvement. The variation depends on factors like your overall diet, how much you exercise, your stress levels, and your individual body chemistry. But in my experience, I haven't met a person yet who didn't see meaningful improvement once they stuck with this approach. The other thing that matters is consistency. You're not eating these foods once or twice and then expecting results. You're building them into your routine. You're making them part of your normal week. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You do it every day, and it works because you do it consistently. When you think about tomorrow, can you imagine which of these foods you'll start with? Maybe you begin with the blueberries at breakfast, or the pumpkin seeds in the afternoon. What feels most natural to you? Here's what I'd love to know from you. Have you ever tried any of these foods before, specifically for sleep quality? Or is this your first time hearing about this connection? Drop a comment below and let me know your experience. If you do try this approach, I'd genuinely like to hear what you notice in the first week. Your experiences matter, and they help me understand what's working for our community. Before we wrap up, I want to mention something important. Everything we've discussed today is for educational purposes. It's based on nutritional science and the patterns I've seen work in my practice, but every person is different. If you're taking medications for bladder issues, or if you have any diagnosed urinary conditions, please do check in with your doctor before making changes. This is especially important if you're on water pills or medications related to kidney function. Your doctor knows your full health picture, and they can tell you whether this approach is right for your specific situation. What I'm sharing here works beautifully for most people, but your health team is your best guide for you specifically. In our next conversation, I'm going to share something that surprised even me. The one beverage that most people think is helping their sleep, but is actually sabotaging it. You've probably had it this week. Once you understand this, you'll understand why some nights are so much harder than others. For now, I want you to know that you're not stuck with broken nights. Your body hasn't given up on you. It's just been looking for the right signals, and these 5 foods are those signals. Starting tomorrow, you're not just changing what you eat, you're changing your relationship with your own sleep. You're honoring what your body actually needs. That's powerful, and it's completely within your reach. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'll see you next time. Sleep well.